I ain't gonna be on too long because my phone is like last time I checked it's on probably 29%. Uh, I've been a little bit under the weather. But also Friday was my solar return, which is my birthday. So I turned 44. I want to go ahead and start off by saying this. I want to give thanks to the Great Mother, the ancestral spirits. I want to also give thanks to all of the seven creative spirits of the ancestral spirits of creation, all of the archangels, all of the angels, and also give thanks to the ancestors. And I may ask all of them to protect those that are striving for righteousness, from protect us from those that claim to be righteous but are actually unrighteous, and to protect us from anything that's negative and anybody that's negative, and also bring happiness and glory and great guidance towards prosperity and also great health and mental health. That is great. And to help us on our journey through this school called life. Ashe. Um, I've been I've been really in a lot of thoughts lately. Um, Today, I'm sorry for being emotional today. I mean, I'm letting it sink in. I turned 44. In these 4 years, it's been tough. It's been tough. Lost my aunt. My cousin passed away. They found him in a car. Dead. So for the last 4 years, our family members passed, and that wasn't the reason why they passed. There wasn't no beef between me and that person. People can say cruel things, very cruel things. Um, I've been called last 4 years a narcissist by this person. I've been called all these negative things about this from this person, and I done confronted them these 3 or 4 times, and they couldn't look at me now. The last time they've been scared all the times I confronted them physically. So that's the past. I don't worry about that person no more. But those 4 years, it's been surreal. Um, I almost transitioned, but I didn't. Thanks to the great mother, the great father, thanks to all the ancestral spirits, thanks to my godmother, my godfather. My godmother was one of the ones that reached out to me and told me that I have unfinished business on this planet. And she said I have a serious calling. And I told her, yeah, I have a big calling. I had a lot of people that tried to wish negative things on me for these last 4 years. Um, one of my subscribers, Shelly Kaysen, who followed me from the old channel I was featured on. I'm glad she found me on here, and I'm glad everybody else found me. Um, I'm on here to just bring awareness spiritually to everybody. I'm not here to be nobody's leader. I love to have people email me where I can, we can talk about what they want me to talk about spiritually, and I can go ahead and do home assignments on it, and then bring it to your attention. Um, I'm not against nobody's religion, whatever you practice. How you doing? How you doing? I'm your mom. Hi. It's like I'm just on here just to like bring awareness spiritually to others. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've been through a lot. Um, the whole stalking thing for the last 4 years, and now I'm 44. Back on since Friday. Like I turned 44 the 18th of April, and I was born on a Saturday, 1981. I have a family and everything, and I'm building my YouTube channel with y'all help. And last time I checked, it was 200 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 1,000, and I've been building from the ground up. How you doing, dogs and dogs? If without y'all, I wouldn't know what to do along with my family. Without the Creator, like y'all, you all, and the ancestors, the angels. Without y'all, I wouldn't even be able to talk. Um, I try to figure out what to talk about to build up my charisma because I'm not really a talker like that unless I'm really comfortable around people. Um, a little bit about myself. I have anxiety. I suffer from anxiety, um, depression, and bipolar disorder. So it's depression, bipolar disorder, and anxiety. My bipolar is dealt with self harm. I don't hurt nobody. I would hurt myself if I hurt anybody. But I don't go that route. So what I do, I find ways of getting from being depressed and going into my moments. I go into meditation. I deal with studying about the spirit realm. I'm working on getting the rites of passage done when I go into these African spiritual systems. I'm practicing martial arts, and I need to be here for my children and my family. I need to also be here for you all, and to heal and to bring healing and to bring joy and happiness to you all, and not talk about negativity. You know, but at the same time, to be a motivational person when I do my little shorts, my little short videos. I try to motivate others. But I was a little emotional, like, "Hey, how you doing? Is that is it is it Italia? I can't pronounce your name, but can I call you Miss Calhoun? I don't want to mess your name up, but I'm just on here to just help out. How about this? I'll do this. I'll do this. The three people I see that comment, I'll make y'all mods too. So whenever y'all on here, y'all can just be my extra set of eyes, if that's okay with y'all. Um, because on here, I don't look at this as my channel. I look at this as our channel, and I wanted this to be an outlet for all of us to know each other, to uplift each other, talk about spiritual concepts, talk about politics, whatever you want to talk about that catch your eye. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And we can talk about that. Then we can talk about other things. I really want this to be a channel where, as though this is an outlet from whatever you're going through something, and we can just talk about various topics. And eventually, I'll have guests on here. I'm working on getting all my brothers together. Like that was on the other featured on the other channel because we all reunited again. We all reunited again from Brother Noof, William Jolly Bay, Larry King Bay. We all reunited. And, we want to. I told him I want to bring something special to this channel, and I want to be able to start teaching, having them all bring something to the table, teaching them, bringing information dealing with the breathing, exercises, and so on. Um, we had to separate for a little bit, then we came back together like Voltron. So uh, I'm just one of the representatives on what's to come. Uh, I'm gonna talk to them soon, and that's pretty much it. I just want to say a little bit about myself and let y'all know that my birthday was the 18th of April, which was Friday. And these 4 years, how it's been hectic dealing with somebody stalking me and my family, having people call our phone, um, sending death threats and sending gunshots through voicemails and everything. Uh, but I'm still here. We're still here. So I want to let y'all know that there's more to come. But let's go ahead and get down to the get down, shall we? When it comes down to the spirit realm, a lot of people need to know that there's karma and dharma and karma. Dharma is positive uh, karma. Karma is the negative. It's like that's whatever you put in negatively, it comes back. Um, If you treat somebody a certain way, karma, when she's in heat, she coming after you. I tell everybody that too, because the word goes that karma's a bee, but I always end it with karma's a bee when she's in heat. So whenever you do something negative to somebody, it will come back to you tenfold. When you treat somebody wrong, it will come back to you. When you attack somebody and he didn't do nothing to you, it comes back to you. When you backbite, when you attack people, when you constantly mess with people that are totally protected, it comes back to you. Know that people don't realize that this is not a game when it comes down to the spirit realm. The spirit realm is real. The spirit realm is totally real. And I'm telling you what I know. Um, I've been telling y'all to watch out for the natural disasters as well this year because I told y'all that the real New Year started in the spring solstice or the spring equinox. That's when things really hit the fan. So since the spring equinox already came and now we into uh, the time of fertility, which we call Easter or Esther or Ishtar. Now we're going into a phase, another transformation, where now the earth is evolving even more. So we're going to start seeing different creatures, different insects coming out that we never seen before because we're now in a time where all these pools and vortexes opened up. All these portals and vortexes is opened up now is about to bring forth all these different creatures, all these different insects, all these different everything in this realm. People want to start seeing spirits. The veil has been totally lifted. It's not no more. It's no more like a veil anymore. It's gone. The veil is completely gone. Many people that are seers are going to be able to see in the spirit realm and the physical realm. So you're going to be able to see through both realms. Be aware of that because now you will most definitely need to protect yourself and you're going to have to start getting talismans and start saying prayers before you go to bed, before you even go out the door. Affirmations is fine when you really dealing with manifestation. But when it comes down to the spirit realm, it is time for you to start acknowledging that you are a spiritual being living a human experience. And you have to also understand that you are connected to the ether realm, or the spirit realm. So we're dealing with a time where since it's now the spring solstice and this is the real new year, that we're going to do a total transformation with the planet, with the spirit realm. Many of you are going to start feeling your ancestors and also those that had family members that passed away. You're going to start feeling their presence around. You're going to feel their presence around too. Um, some of you probably be having dreams of them. So this is the time when since we're now into what they consider 2025, which is dealing with the number nine, which is dealing with the number four, the Orisha Oya. This is her year because of the number deals with completion, and that's her number. Um, this is why you're going to start seeing a lot of changes taking place too, spiritually, physically, and also financially. We're going into a whole new movement. Okay, those that are in tune with the spirit realm, your energies and your gifts are going to heighten from here on out. Not. It's not going to be temporarily. It's going to be here on out, even going to your latter years in this physical. So be ready for that. It's that time. Many of you need to prepare yourself mentally for that because when they start heightening, guess what? Your five senses physically are going to heighten. Smell and also the way you see things, the way you perceive. All of that is going to increase. And I'm talking to those that's been on this path of righteousness and the spiritual awakenings. There's nothing to say, oh, beware and bring fear. I'm not here to bring fear. Not here for that. Because what fear does, it can manifest and cause something that is not needed in your reality. You get what I'm saying? So know that it's your time. Many of you have been going through a lot of other transformations. Okay? What are these transformations? You are becoming more aware when you start seeing things before it happened. You're starting to have dreams that are turned into visions and it actually manifests. You have the gift of sight. So you need to get a notebook, write down the year, the time that you had the dream, if you can remember, and then keep it as a journal. Okay, what do you do with that journal? You can share it with those that you trust, family members, or if you have children that's older and you're able to communicate, you can hold that with have them look at it with you. Many of you don't even know that you have the gift of sight, and this is the year you're going to realize you do. Many of you are going to find out that you have powerful intuition. It is that time. You're going into a transformation in this cycle that is dealing with your divinity in the physical realm. You got to keep in mind this right here, your cerebral cortex, your brain, and the 33 vertebrae is Jacob's ladder. And when Jacob went to the top of the ladder, which is your 33 vertebrae of your spinal cord, that's where Jacob met the Most High, which is your higher self, which is connected to the great creator of all, because the great creator of all sends you information here. If you're living the best way of being righteous and you also develop your gifts, and it's also open up your pineal gland where you can start seeing visions and start seeing how the spirit realm look. And a lot of you will start realizing that you have a powerful aura about you. So I wanted to let y'all know this is the next thing that's going on with you. And then, if you ever notice, since you're going through these transformations, that you're going to also have people that is going to start trying to attach themselves to you. You don't need no attachments physically. Those attachments physically is going to drain you because these people, many of them are vampiric. They want your energy. And also be careful what you say in the public because if you say something that actually manifests, people are going to start wanting to follow you and going to want to start being around you. Your job is to jot down your visions and not tell the whole world about them. You share with those. You share them with those that you truly trust if you do have anybody you can trust. Because you are part of the divine and divine sent you on your own mission and she is here to make sure that you do what you came here to do. If that make any sense. Because there's too much going on in the world. Like they even said that the Pope died. Okay, he died. He passed away. Okay, but he also he knew the secrets of what he had the ancient secrets of those that were what you call uh uh what can I how can I put it? They were prophetess. Um, they were sibyls. He have see they don't tell you the ancient scripts that they have of the sibyls in the Vatican. Who were these sibyls? These sibyls were the prophetess or the visionaries or the priestesses of the African sensational beautiful deity named Mami Wata. Mami Wata is connected to what you consider the mermaids and also the water, the ocean. She has multiple names. She was also considered the she went by another name. Uh, you could say Sophia, many other names. She had 10,000 names, 10,000 titles. Um, and she represented the water. The water represents the womb too, by the way. So by Mommy Water, like now finally really she been reaching out to her daughters and her children. Even now you have men that are children of her too, not just women. She's reaching out to her children to wake them up because now things are going to start coming in full circle, full swing. So above, so below. Okay, they say that the skies is the masculine and the waters is feminine. So that's why they always say so above, so below, because they intertwine together, they work together. Because what people don't know is that the skies is connected to the water, and the water is connected to the skies. They intertwine together, and they work together. They produce oxygen and so on. They produce rain. They produce vegetation. All the above. Like a lot of people don't even know that all the trees on the planet is connected to the waters of the earth. So, so where am I going at with this? Where I'm going at is with this is because I need to let the women know, but mainly I want to let our so-called black women know, our so-called black women know, our so-called Afro-Latino women know, our so-called melanated women. Y'all need to know y'all connection to mommy water. And you know, I don't teach racism, hate, and none of that stuff. But y'all need to wake up because a lot of people that you deciding to marry, you got to look at their vibrations and if you really supposed to be with them. It's not about the finances. It's not about all. I'm telling y'all because all that is about to be gone. All that is about to be gone soon. Once the stock market crash, what are you going to do? How are they going to survive? And what are you going to do when that stuff really happens? Because they've been talking about that's what Trump is doing, and to bring forth a new currency. See, a lot of people ain't talking about that. It's a new currency that's going to be coming out. It is not no fear mongering that I'm doing. Do the research yourself. This country will be turning into, if not already a third world country. The dollar bill is not really worth too much, like they keep on trying to tell you. That is why the tariffs are rising. That's why China letting them know, like, yo, you're going to have to pay this or pay that, this amount now. But y'all know that China been pretty much building its wealth off the U.S. dollar. And then they've been also doing exchange with other countries as well. They invaded Africa. They take the resources out of Africa too. See, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, and they're not talking about it. All these governments know it or not, they're in cahoots together. They really are. They're not going to tell you about that because all these world leaders are in cahoots together. It's about power. It's about controlling the narrative, controlling the masses. There's a book called The Prince by Machiavelli. I recommend y'all get that book. The book is called The Prince by Machiavelli. And you'll be surprised on what is really going on. The Prince by Machiavelli, um, Behold the Pale Horse by William Cooper, um, The Art of War by Sun Tzu, The Book of Five Rings. I recommend y'all get that too. Let me see. Um, since it's also dealing with spiritual warfare, I keep mentioning her. You want to get Psychic Self Defense by Dion Fortune. Another book that I recommend, get The Kabbalah by Dion Fortune. Um, there was this book by African Shaman. I forgot the name of the book. And then it goes on to the initiation process of an African shaman, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot the name of the book, and it showed the water and everything on it. So we really need to go back into this and realize what time it is. And I'm speaking to the melanated ones. I really need y'all to wake up and stop playing this. This is not a game anymore. I want y'all to know that the whole planet is based upon you all. Like the whole realm. This whole realm is built around you, but it's built around the woman though. And the only reason why the planet is off its axis is because the original woman is off her axis, and it's uncontrolled, and it's like by her being off the axis, that means that the planet is off its axis. That means that the planet's going to start acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why all these different natural disasters are happening because the planet is off its axis because the original woman is off hers. And I really want to let y'all women know that, like I said, Brother Rod Hayes said this. The whole twerking thing came from the black woman, and that twerking was used as a ritual or a rite. It's really called a rite, RITEE. When a woman would twerk, she would ask nature at permission to twerk, and when she would twerk, it would bring forth natural disasters like tsunamis, earthquakes, and so on. Okay, that was one of the purposes of twerking. And when she did that, she would bring these particular events in on the planet. A lot of dances will bring forth thunderstorms and snowstorms and all the above as well. Just letting y'all know, with certain dances that are dance rituals or rites that can bring forth other natural disasters, storm issues like thunderstorms and all of that. A lot of these so-called rain dances that so-called Native Americans do originated in Africa. They originated by the original melanated people. They started the rain dances and so on. See, we gotta realize what's really going on. Y'all have the power and don't realize it. Y'all just constantly keep on following and listening to these people that don't mean you no good. How you doing? Fine. They don't mean you no good. They don't mean you nothing good at all. You know what I'm saying? They want to pretty much knock you off the axis and destroy you, cause a deterioration, and they don't want you to wake up. They manipulate you all, thinking that if you get with not the person that look like you, if you get with somebody else, that's the way to go. It's not always the way to go, because there are scientists that's finding out that people that are melanated, so-called black people, their DNA and their genes are different than everybody else's. Scientists are finding this out. So we're living in a world where people don't realize that DNA is real serious. That your DNA is not for everybody. And the destruction of the family, the so-called black family, was one of their things to stop, because you got to remember, COINTELPRO was dealing with the stopping of the coming of a black messiah. Remember that. COINTELPRO, that was created by J. Edgar Hoover, who was actually um, mixed, or may I say biracial. He did not want the black gene anymore. That's why he did not date no woman, because he didn't want that gene of his to spread, because he had the so-called black gene. So instead, what people don't know is that he was dating men and seeing men. He hated himself that much to do that, and he created COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO was to stop the coming of a black messiah. Don't believe me? Look it up. All the people that are watching me, that are not melanated, not so-called black, y'all know subconsciously why, if many of you are dating people that are melanated, subconsciously you know why you're dating them, because you know subconsciously that your DNA is not surviving during this time period, because we're in the sun cycle. The sun cycle destroys those that are not melanated, and it causes the birth rates to dwindle down. Same thing goes to people. Like I went to two likes to one. Same thing goes to people that don't look like us, that they need to understand. If you don't have that African DNA, you are considered subhuman. This is scientific fact. I'm not saying it to be hurting anybody's feelings. This is scientific facts. They're finding out that if you're not African ethnicity, that you are considered a subhuman being. This is coming from the scientists. The biologists are doing research on this. My thing is to tell everybody, I'm not saying that those that don't look like us are not going to rise on a higher vibration, because what I want everybody to know, some of those that don't look like us are actually related to us, because they actually have our DNA. Those that can rise to higher vibrations have our DNA. And I'm being honest with you. Not all you black people going to make it, so-called black people going to make it. Not all of you. I know it sounds like I'm being hypocritical, no, but I'm trying to get you to really understand what I'm saying. There's a thing called passing for whites, so-called whites, and those that are passing as so-called white, they're actually so-called melanated or black. Everything is in the DNA, family. It's all in the bloodline. It's all in the bloodline. Everything I'm telling you, look it up. Don't take what I say word for word. Don't take what I say word for word. Those of you that have Irish, I'm just naming a few: Irish, Sicilian, Scottish. Okay. Um, what's the other one? Those of you that are Filipino, uh, 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 Cuban, Afro-Cuban, or Cuban. Those that are you that are Brazilian. Those of you that are Guatemalan. I'm just naming a few. You have that DNA that goes back to the mitochondria DNA. The mitochondria DNA is only found in African or black women. That's all facts. Please don't believe me. You don't have. I mean, please believe me. You don't have to believe me. Just look it up yourself. The mitochondrial DNA is actually called the Eve gene. Listen, during my travels, when I was dealing with Freemasonry, the square and compass emblem, that is two X chromosomes put together with the letter G. The letter G deals with geometry and also God and so on. I'm telling you from also being a Moor as well, because I went through that. I was a Moor. I became a Moor in the beginning, and I was with the wrong temple. I was with the no, first I was with the Israelites. Then I left, started hanging out with the Muslims. Then I started hanging out with the Moors, and I went to my temple that I thought that was a good temple. Got my last name as Ill. Then after that, I left that temple because they wasn't doing. They was real shicey. They wasn't doing nothing. Then I went to the one. Then I went through Freemasonry for a little bit. Then I went back into the Moor Science Temple, and I found the temple that was my home. It wasn't with Noble Isaiah Ill. It wasn't with him. It was with the people that I know that were legit, that was recognized, and that was Joe Bratton Bay, the same brother that helped bring Louis Farrakhan back here. With Joe Bratton Bay, he showed me a whole lot, and he's one of my mentors. He showed me how the Ku Klux Klan know who so-called black people are. The KKK know who you are, so-called black people, and you'll be surprised that they respect Noble Drew Ali's teachings. And my mentor showed me a letter from David Duke himself saying that they respect the Prophet Noble Drew Ali's teachings. The only issue that they have is that brothers are mating with their women. Brothers are mating with their women. This is what I seen with my own eyes, along with the brother William Jolly Bay. And I told the Grand Sheik Joe Bratton Bay, if they have a problem with brothers sleeping with their women, how about this? Leave our women alone then. Because y'all been messing with our women for eons and still are. That's how I felt. Because it's like eye for an eye. If you want that, okay, well, leave us alone then. And that's where I was letting them know during that time. So, long and behold, the children that are now coming in as biracial, their father, everything is going through the bloodline, know it or not, of the mother, not the father, the bloodline of the mother. Okay? From the bloodline of the mother, the children get the inheritance. Knows the word her is an inheritance. Okay? So if the mother is a so called black woman, the children are considered Moorish and they get the inheritance through the mother. Now, how it works with the father, if the father is a brother and he has a child by a woman that is not Moorish or Asiatic, then they will get that inheritance from their father, not their mother, and their mother could not get that inheritance, only the children, if that make any sense. So therefore, they will be considered a part of the Moorish family, but only because of the father. But they will have to get that inheritance from their father only, and their father is the only one that can give it to them and them only. The mother can't touch the inheritance if she's not of the Asiatic family or the human race, Hueman. So that's what I was guided on that, and I was like, wow. So yeah, the thing about it is, those that are Latino, like Mexican, and all, they can claim their Moorish nationality through also because they have what you call African or Moorish blood in them too. Because of the simple fact is that the Spaniards, did what they did to the women during that time period. Because in the beginning, Mexico was actually the original Mexicans actually looked like us at one point in time. So everything is coming out in the water, out in the coming out of the how can I put it? It's coming out of the from underground to the main sources are coming out, bringing it from the underground up to the light, so everybody can see in the masses. That is also talking about how the Moors conquered Spain and Europe, and how the Sicilians came about. Because in the original Sicilians, they were blonde hair, blue eyes until the Moors came over there and bred them out. And now they have a lot of them have highly melanated skin because they're spawns of the Moors. Um, this is the information that I'm sharing with y'all, and you can quote me or whatever you can see and look it up yourself. Um, but the melanated DNA is the most dominant gene, and everybody know that. If anybody that's melanated touch somebody that is non-melanated, that child gets the melanin. That person get the melanin. Um, and I'm gonna do some more research on the different melanin types too. That's coming soon. Um, and I'm gonna go over the different melanin types so everybody can know that I'm not just saying this. You can do your own research because it's time for that to come out so everybody can know what's going on. Because everybody thinking that this is I think dealing with hate, and it's not dealing with hate, it's dealing with truth. You need to know the truth and stop being lied to. How many times we've been lied to, not even just melanated people, so-called black people. Everybody been lied to. The so-called Caucasians been lied to. The whole so-called white supremacy ideology is a lie. It's been based upon a lie. And I'm telling you all that too. It's nothing to be, it's not knocking anybody down for it's race national. I'm telling y'all, many of you so-called Caucasians in America are not 100% Caucasian. You are mixed with either then mixed with what you call so-called Moorish DNA or African DNA. And many of y'all don't know that until you do the research. I'm just sharing this information with you all so you all know. That's why I said you're going to have some people that's going to rise to higher vibrations that don't look like this complexion because of that DNA. It's all, I kept on saying, it's in the bloodline. It's all in the bloodline. You're going to have many of them that's going to get into African spiritual practices because they're going to get a reading done, and it's going to state that their ancestor was that of a melanated man or woman, and they were a priest or priestess. That is why some of them are coming into these practices. Not all of them, and also the spirits are guiding them to that too. And also it goes with the past lives and everything. It goes with past lives. Listen, whatever you have in your DNA, bloodline, and so on, I guarantee you, they're gonna make a discovery that you were that in another lifetime. The saying goes that you are your ancestors. The saying goes that you are your ancestors. And many of you in so-called white America, all of y'all are not 100% Caucasian. The Ben Shapiro's, you're not 100%. Uh, what's the other guy name? The Nick Fuentes, man, you're not 100%. Fuentes is Spanish, man. Come on, dog. Like y'all confusing yourself. Y'all hate yourselves that much. Ben Shapiro, guess what? You are Jewish mixed with Arab. I did the research on you, buddy. You know that how the Arabic people came about? The pillaging of the pale face Arabic people that enslaved the Africans. That's how the Arabic people came about. Y'all are nothing more than mixed. Y'all are mixed with African blood. Don't believe me? Look it up. Thank you, Dr. Malachi York, for putting that in your books. Y'all need to do the research. A lot of self-hate out here don't make any daggone sense. So let's really talk about some things. You know what I'm saying? Because I get tired of hearing all this falsehood and all this BS from people out here and they don't know what the hell they talking about. Do the DNA search, do the research, look at all the bloodlines right now. Listen, so-called African Americans, your Moors, also your DNA come from the Sudan, the Sudanese. The Sudanese is also connected to the Yoruba. They're connected to the Igbo and all the other tribes that are part of the lost tribes of Israel. Don't believe me? Do the research. Listen, the Yoruba people and the Igbo people have the same ancestor. The whole teachings of Ifa goes all the way back before Christianity and before Islam, um before Islam, before Christianity, before Judaism, before Hinduism. The whole Ifa Santeria practice is 100,000-year-old plus tradition. You say religion, I say tradition. Your 7 original archangels come from their 7 original Risha. Look it up. Look it up. I don't have to make up none of this stuff. Your whole Judaism, Islam, Christianity all came from Ifa, came from Santeria, has a connection to voodoo and all of that. And what y'all did, y'all took pieces out of that to create Judaism, to create Islam, to create Christianity. Everything I'm telling you, look it up. I don't have to lie about nothing. Because out of that, out of the teachings, out of those ancient African teachings, came the Egyptian deities, the deities of Atlantis, the deities of Greece. Did I say more? The deities of the Norse tradition that's connected to the Celtic tradition. The Celtics, which is also considered who you call what? The Irish, the Scottish, all of that goes back into the Yoruba, the Igbo, the original people that came about, the 7 original tribes, which is connected to the 7 original powers of the African bloodline, which is also here. The United States is also connected and is considered Africa, said by the Emperor Sheba III. Look it up. And many of you saying that you're chosen. That's why I ask you a question: how do you know you're chosen? In order for you to be chosen, the spirits have to come to you themselves to make you chosen. There's a documentary called Santeria. Santeria is it has a brother, I forgot his name, and he practiced all the religions. And he said this quote before my phone died. He said this out of his mouth. Let me see where I'm at. I'm on 7%. He said this out of his mouth. He said he practiced all the religions in the world. He said that if God really wanted to get rid of the devil, God could have snapped the fingers and the devil was gone. And that's when he started questioning the religions. When he went to a bar, I'm just summarizing, paraphrasing what he said in the documentary. When he went into the bar, this is how you know you're chosen. So I'm about to school you on this. This is how you know you're chosen. When I said the spirits come to you, they come to you. The brother went to the bar, had a drink, drinking, and he saw another guy drinking at the same bar. The other guy had a beer for himself and a beer on the side for someone else. And the guy, hello, how you doing? How you doing, Alyssa? Alisa. So the guy, when he put the beer for himself and on the other side for someone else, the brother, I forgot his name, he said, "Hey, who's that big black woman in front of you, next to you?" The guy was like, "You can see her?" He's like, "Yeah, she's a big black woman like Hattie sat right in front of you. And, she's drinking the beer like you're drinking the beer." He like, "You can see her?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I need to introduce you to my godfather." How you doing? Hello. I said hi. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing, honey? How you doing? How you doing? He said, "Yeah, who's that big black woman in front?" And he's like, "You see, like, yeah." He said, "I need to introduce you to my godfather." So when he took the guy to meet his godfather, he was like, "I was hooked." I'm paraphrasing. He's like, "I was hooked." He was like, out of all the religions, he practiced all of them, Judaism, every last one of them. He said, "But this is the one that has the keys." That's why I said the spirits choose you. The ancestral spirits choose you. That's how you know you're chosen too. I don't like saying it, but that's how you know you're chosen on this path. And then nobody don't everybody fail to realize. I'm gonna give you a little something that somebody told me a couple years ago. Write down this name. Write down the name Jesus. Write down the name Jesus. Right. Write it down. Take the J out. Take the S at the end out. And you have an Orisha deity's name. Alagwa, but they call him Eshu. Eshu, one of Eshu's symbols is the cross, which is dealing with the crossroads. They put it in front of you. They put it in front of you, but they don't want to tell you. That's one of the secrets that they don't want to tell you. The Vatican were getting Santerios that practice Santeria and put them in underground in the Vatican where they can do their rituals. Did y'all know that? And in that documentary that I've been talking about, I think the guy said that the Vatican priests hurry up and try to get them from out the streets. If they see them, they have them practice the Santeria rituals inside the Vatican churches. Y'all really don't know how the Vatican got its power through African spiritual systems, y'all. And taking all of the information that they got across the planet dealing with these ancient practices. But yet, you got people on here belittling these practices, but the people that's in power are using your stuff on you, and you thinking that it's a joke. So, so that's so that's why I just want to let y'all know. I just want to let y'all know what's going on. I just want to let y'all know what's going on. My phone about to die, so I just want to let y'all know that in all actuality, I love you all. I gotta go. My phone about to die, but I just want to share that information with you. I need. What's that? Is it Elisa? Right? Is it Annalisa? Yeah, Annalisa. So Annalisa, everybody that's been watching, I want to say I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to share that information with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Get the likes up, share. I'm gonna when I download this, I'm gonna have this for everybody. I just wanted to have a brief conversation with you all. It's been on here for almost 50 minutes. So if you need to contact me, I'll put my email in the comment section. I answer my emails. I check my emails every day, every second, every hour, all the above. Trust me, I check them and I respond. If Mother Shelley watching, Mother Shelley Casey, if you're watching, thank you for tuning in. Everybody else that's been watching, thank you for tuning in. I love you all. Love, peace, light. You know what I'm saying? Darkness bringing supreme balancement, which is the yin and yang, so above, so below. May she guide you on your journey, and may the ancestors guide you on your journey. Peace.